Greetings and salutations. Let's take on The Magicians. The Magicians is a show on TNT. It's available on demand. They just started their second season. It's a dark sci-fi thriller fantasy show. It follows Quinton Coldwater, and when the show first begins, he obviously has some sort of or it seems to be mental instability. Uh, he just doesn't seem all the way right. And we see his best friend, Julia Wicker, who's gorgeous, and her boyfriend. There seems to have been something with Quinton and Julia, maybe something in the past. Anyways, so fast forward later on in the episode, Quentin goes to do an interview to get into grad school for a philosophy program. Shout out to all the philosophy majors. When he arrives, the person he was supposed to interview with is dead. And from there, him and Julia end up being recruited into this secret academy that's proves that magic exists. They actually go in to take an exam to get into this academy, and you have to perform magic. And obviously, it's now that they both realize magic we've all read about as kids is a real thing. And so from there, the season basically goes to these students trying to practice and hone their magical gifts while understanding the dangers involved in magic. This is a very interesting show. I think what's interesting most about it is we tend to see stories involving magic. They're usually fairly straightforward. You have shows like Charmed. You have movies and books like Harry Potter, and it's something you're kind of just born with, and two, spells, it's potions, it's this show is very different in that sense that it the mastery of magic involves a lot of hand movements, so you learn these hand movements and the kind of thought process that has to go behind it, and it on top of that, the storyline involving Quentin and his best friend Julia becomes very layered because they don't end up in the same place. So you're not only dealing with a show that has a more comprehensive or more complex use of magic, you're also dealing with a show that has a fairly complex storylines. There's kind of these two storylines running together, and sometimes they meet and sometimes they don't. And there's a backstory involved in it's a lot. So the show is a lot to take on. The show was actually recommended to me by my aunt, and I decided to check it out, and I binged it, and it was a good binge. But it's a hard show. It's not an easy show. So if you decide to take on this show, I mean, I encourage anyone to take on this show. Anyone who enjoys any type of sci-fi, anyone who enjoys any type of dark drama with that strange mix of humor thrown in there, check out this show. It is available on Netflix, the first season, and then you can on demand the beginning of the second season. Like I said, the second season started the end of January. So yeah, it's not an easy show, but it's a good show. It's very much a good show. So I'm excited to see where it goes.